Xbox Game Pass is coming in strong in 2023, and today I want to highlight the top 5 third-party releases that will be available day 1 with Game Pass next year. To kick things off, we have a banger of a title launching February 20th, 2023, and it's called Atomic Heart. It takes place in a mad and sublime utopian world where robots have taken over. This is a title that I've been waiting for ever since it was officially announced, and when I found out that it was coming day 1 to Game Pass, I was extremely hyped. It looks like an absolutely perfect blend of BioShock and Wolfenstein. The developers have promised to deliver on visceral, spectacular, and unforgiving combat where you'll have to blast giant machines and mutants using multiple skills and advanced weapons as you upgrade your arsenal and equipment. There's also the fact that the game looks like pure eye candy. Everything I've seen thus far makes it look fantastic, and I really do hope it can live up to the hype because this one might turn out to be something truly special. And just in case you're wondering, yes, this is a full price $69.99 game included day 1 with Game Pass. Better yet, Atomic Heart's not the only major third-party release we can look forward to early next year. This is Wo Long Fallen Dynasty, which releases March 3rd, 2023, and it's brought to us by Koei Tecmo and Team Ninja, the same developers of Nioh. It's the story of a militia soldier fighting for survival in a dark fantasy Three Kingdoms world, which means you'll run into historical figures like Lu Bu as you've never seen them before. I was actually able to go hands-on with the early access demo for this title a little while ago, and I gotta say it's a fantastic title if you're into the Souls-like experience. That's to say that it's a tough but extremely rewarding game. I will note that the overall combat definitely feels a lot faster than most other games. In fact, I'd put it much more akin to Sekiro, so expect a fair challenge ahead. I do want to point out that there will be cooperative play just like in Nioh 2, and this yet again marks another full price title dropping day 1 on Game Pass. Next up, let's move away from the big budget and take a look at something a little more indie but possibly even more hype than the previous 2 titles, and that's Hollow Knight Silksong. No specific release date as of yet, but it's fair to say that fans have been waiting years for this after beating their original Hollow Knight 5 years ago. And this one just seems to be an improvement in so many ways. They've already promised that you'll be able to face over 150 all-new foes that includes beasts, hunters, assassins, kings, monsters, knights, and more. Now, from my experience playing the original, this is one of those indie games that I would consider a must-play. And I know I wouldn't be the only one to argue that. The gameplay itself is a very good hybrid of the Metroidvania and Souls genre, and believe me when I say that Team Cherry, the developers behind the game, have a lot to live up to with this sequel. Only time will tell whether or not they'll be able to surpass the original, but frankly speaking, this is a massive get for Game Pass. Next up, we have a brand new game from the developers of Ashen, and that's Flintlock: The Siege of Dawn. You'll be joining humanity's last stands as gods and guns collide in this action RPG open world adventure. There's not a whole lot of information about this title out there, but from what we can tell, the gameplay definitely seems to have a very heavy, impactful weight to it. The developers are promising a demanding yet rewarding combat system that blends axe wielding, gunplay, magic, and more, along with a dangerous open world where you can fly through the desert sands, journey through cavernous ruins, and unveil secrets that lie in the towering city of Dawn. The character you'll be playing as is called Nor Vanek, who happens to be a member of the Coalition Army, and by your side will be your companion Enki, who happens to be a strange creature with gifted magical powers in your personal vendetta against the gods. The game's visuals look great, big shout out to the environments, some of the stuff they've shown off looks fantastic, but overall it's a game that I'm interested in hearing more about. The game is currently slated for early 2023, but no specific date is given. Now moving on to the last third-party title confirmed coming next year that I'm really excited to see, it's Lightyear Frontier. This is definitely more of a casual experience. It's described as a peaceful open-world farming adventure, where you get to start a new home off in a distant planet with up to 3 of your friends to farm alien crops, build your own homestead, and also explore the untamed wilderness. Now I know these games aren't for everyone, but they are very addictive for those who enjoy the experience, and I gotta say, the idea of being in a mech farming sounds pretty hype to me. There's also the fact that it's extremely different from everything else I've put on this list so far. It's a great casual experience that you can chill out and play with your friends, but it's the type of title I love to see on Game Pass, particularly a game that I wouldn't go out of my way to buy and pick up myself, but one I would definitely check out since it's included in the cost. The developers have stated that crafting, selling, and researching to unlock new buildings, tools, and upgrades will be a thing, and you'll also be able to customize and improve your very own mech in an assortment of unique components to increase performance and change the way your mech operates. And while that does wrap up the list of games that I'm most excited to see from third parties next year, I do want to make 2 honorable mentions. First up is High on Life, which doesn't qualify simply because it comes out this year. In fact, it comes out next month, and it comes from the mind of Justin Roiland, who is best known for Rick and Morty. The game sees humanity being threatened by an alien cartel who wants to use them to, well, get high. And when your partner gets taken, well, it'll be up to you to rescue them by using talking guns. Each one of them has their own crazy, funny personality, including a knife that just simply likes to stab. The game seems like it's going to be a great time full of good laughs and crude humor. And thankfully it's right around the corner, so the wait to play it won't be that long for any of us. Now the second title that didn't make the list is one that is launching next year, and that's Ark 2, a game that undoubtedly will have a huge player base much like its previous entry. My main reason for not including it is because there's simply not a whole lot of information other than the one trailer they showed off initially. We know that it's supposed to feature an epic story starring Vin Diesel from Riddick and Fast and the Furious, but other than that, the developers have promised best-in-class third-person only gameplay, a Souls-like melee combat system, massive new alien environments, component-based item crafting, dynamic world events, and opposing PvE forces. There's also a whole lot more being promised, but I'm always a bit wary about Ark considering the first one ran really poorly on consoles. That said, I would love to see them nail this experience because the idea of playing in a dinosaur survival game just really speaks to me. And since the game is confirmed to be using Unreal Engine 5, I'm sure it's gonna look absolutely stunning once it's actually revealed in gameplay format. Either way, that wraps up my top 5 games that I'm looking forward to from third parties coming to Game Pass next year, but let me know if I missed something. Maybe you have a different list of games you're excited for. If so, let me know in the comments section below. Now, if you enjoyed this video or found it helpful at all, be sure to hit that like button as it really does help the channel out, and if you're wanting more content like this, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell as well. Now, I do want to add a quick little end of video message here. If you have any feedback for the channel or type of content you'd like to see me post, let me know. I'm open to all positive and negative feedback, I just want to make the channel the best I can, so any and all feedback you have to share would be greatly appreciated. Once again, thanks for watching, this has been Game Pass Gallery giving you the latest on the best deal in gaming, and until next time, take care.